If you only clicked on this video because you're nosy, that's okay. I'm nosy too, and I would have clicked on it as well. Welcome, we can be friends together. I am actually going to give you a number, a real number in this video. How much do I make on YouTube? Now, I have shared 2 videos in the past very specifically, actually 3 maybe, of how much I have made on certain videos and how much I made on YouTube in the first 3 years of doing YouTube, which was not very much. So if you want to go check those out, I will leave them down below. Now, before we talk about the nitty-gritty, you need to understand a little bit how YouTube works. It's weird. Doing YouTube as a job is weird. Can we all agree on that? It's just really odd, and there's a definite learning curve. So one of the first things I didn't do correctly at the beginning was I just let the paychecks come into my personal account. That's a huge no-no. I should have set up a separate checking account, created a business. It's super easy and really cheap, whether it's an LLC or a corporation in your state. It's literally super easy. Just Google it. I should have done that the second I started making money because it keeps your business money and your personal money separate, which is what you want, which I did not do. So the transition into creating a business to keep it cleaner for tax purposes and paying people that I hired was messy in the beginning, but we got there, we're here now. Let me tell you about how I set that up. I ended up creating a corporation, and that was recommended by my accountant. Listen, I don't understand all of these things. One of my first recommendations is to please get professionals to help you. Also, I am not a professional. I am just a girl on the internet. So please do not sue me for anything I am saying. I'm just sharing my personal experience. But this is how I did it. So I created a corporation. We're gonna call it the holding company. I knew I wanted to use that and create sub-companies that were owned by the top company. Anything at all that I make goes into that corporation. Everything I get paid is a 1099, so I'm a contractor, which means no taxes are taken out, which means I pay a lot of taxes. I pay the employer and employee taxes off of a 1099 tax form. Also, all the tax stuff I'm talking about is United States tax code, which is highly complicated. Please get a CPA. Okay, so everything I make goes into this holding company. So YouTube ads, any merch, t-shirts that I sell, any affiliate links that take you to Amazon. Amazon gives me a very small percentage of that. Any money from sponsors all goes in there. And speaking of sponsor and money, I would like to tell you about today's sponsor. What would you do if you didn't have high interest loans or credit card debt? Could you move to a new city? Could you start a family? Could you purchase a house? Through Upstart, you can pay off your existing debt quickly with a personal loan so you can tackle your next big financial goal. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 1 million people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. One of my favorite things about them is that they know that you are more than just your credit score. So Upstart's model considers other factors like your income, employment, and other information provided in your loan application. You can check your rate without impacting your credit score in 5 minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/FFM or click the first link in the doobly-doo below. That's upstart.com/FFM, and don't forget to use my link down below so they know that I sent you. You can even receive funds 1 business day after your loan application is approved. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/FFM. Thank you to Upstart for sponsoring today's video, and let's go back to how much I make on YouTube. So everything goes into the holding company. Ad money from Google, sponsors, affiliate links, merch sales, courses if you do that for your stuff. Okay, so it all goes here. And then all of your expenses come out of here. So I have a management company that handles all of my sponsors. They get paid out of that. I have a video editor that works for me, not full-time, but pretty close. She gets paid out of that. Sometimes I hire a separate videographer for certain work, or food photography, or a website designer and builder, which I am working on right now. All of them get paid out of the business account. It's just so much cleaner to keep it by itself than have it run through your personal account. So if you ever do this, Please do not run your business money through your personal account. If I buy any camera equipment, so for example, the ring light I am using right now, the camera I'm using right now, I have a GoPro for certain things. I have this camera and an extra mic for certain things. I have a voiceover mic. All of this is work equipment that is a business expense. So that comes directly out of the business account. Now, because my husband has never quit his job, he still works his normal job, we can live just fine on it. One of my goals was to take the money that I earned and create other businesses out of it. I wanted to reinvest in other things. And one of those things is properties. So I have my holding company. We created a sub company that holds our properties that we are purchasing. So far we have one, we are on the hunt for another one right now. The money from the main company invested into the new business to purchase the rental property that we bought. Any expense for the rental property, money that we earn for the rental property comes into that business and stays within itself. Okay, so I could create like another one for this line, another one for this line. Maybe I wanted to design my own footwear, you know, that would be a sub company of the main holding company. My goal was actually not to pay myself very much, because I have all my needs taken care of. I don't need it that much. I wanna create other things because I am under no illusion that I'm gonna be doing YouTube for 20 years. Maybe I'll get tired of it. Maybe YouTube will completely go away. Who knows? But I wanted to make other things to keep me going in the long term, if that makes sense. What I ended up doing after consulting with my tax professional is I had to pay myself a reasonable living wage based on what the IRS determines to be reasonable as a business owner, because I am the owner of the business. And that number is $54,000 a year. That is what I pay myself out of the business, which is $4,500 a month, not including income tax. That's your standard W-2, so I am gonna have to pay taxes on that, especially when I combine it with my husband's income for the year. So I don't actually keep all of that. The great news about what we're doing is all of the big stuff, the health insurance benefits and things like that, that comes out of my husband's job. So I actually don't have to worry about that. It's one of the nice perks of him having your standard like 9 to 5, 8 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. I'm no Dolly. So anything above the $54,000 a year that I pay myself, otherwise the IRS would red flag me and come and audit everything I was doing because they would consider anything below that to be an unreasonable salary for a business owner, okay? I hire people to help me. I reinvest in what I do, whether it's more camera equipment, research purposes, the amount of money it costs to like build a website, that was staggering to build and run a website. All of my subscription services that help me continue this kind of thing all come out of the business, and then anything that's left I get to reinvest, as in purchasing a property. So even though in the past I've shown you videos on my viral video, which is at 2 point something million views, that video earned over $20,000. That did not hit my pocket. It went into the business. If you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, or if you have one and you're interested in improving it, I've done several videos on some tips that I think would help you out to be more successful, make more money, get more views. Over on my second channel, Christine Unfiltered, I will leave that below, those specific videos below. I think there's some really great tips, even though I filmed them a year ago. I really still think they apply right now. A year ago, they predicted that advertisers would spend over $56 billion in 2022. So we're in 2022 now. So we can't say whether that's what they spent or not. That's a lot of money. To quote Adam Sandler, there's a lot of money out there and I'm gonna get my hands on some of it. I was fired. I was fired. There's so much money floating around on social media. It's staggering. And I think anyone with a good idea, a little bit of personality, can make some money off of YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is that you choose to do. Where does all this money come from? Sounds confusing. I kind of said that at the beginning, but if you want to talk about where the money comes from when it comes to Google Ads, it's basically the first one that most people do. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. You have to have 4,000 hours of watch time, then you can get monetized. And then you can monetize your channel, sign up for YouTube's like creator program, whatever, have an AdSense account, link it. It's not that hard. They walk you through all of it. And then YouTube will start putting ads in your videos. You make money from views on your videos and how many ads are in your videos and which kinds of ads are in your videos. It might be cool to be like, I have 1 million subscribers, but if you're getting 1,000 views per video, you are making no money with 1 million subscribers. The subscriber count is like a bragging rights thing, but it doesn't actually bring you the cash. What brings you the cash is the number of views that you are getting on a video. You can make more money depending on the topics and length of your video. Videos that are vlogging by nature make less money than educational videos. So all of those finance channels, those guys make bank because they are educating you on money, and people who want to learn about money typically have money to do something with, and advertisers really like that. You think YouTube doesn't want to make a whole lot of money from advertisers? You'd be wrong. They want those videos because they also want to make as much money as possible, because let me tell you what, they're going to take about 50%. I go into more of the nitty gritty on the other channel in previous videos. But anyway, that's what I make on YouTube. $54,000 a year. Everything extra stays in the business account for future investments. Don't forget to check out Upstart at upstart.com/FFM. First link in the doobly-doo if you would like to cut down on your high interest debt, consolidate to one loan. Thank you to them for sponsoring. Thanks to you guys for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Go start a YouTube channel and make lots of money. Go make lots of money. Go get that coin. Social media stars, how much do they really make? Regular people are making a killing on social media sites like YouTube, Instagram, Vine, and Snapchat. Well, that's an old article. Where do teens go online? 49% go on Facebook. That's not true. What they really make varies by who they are, their demographics, and their follower counts. I've seen contracts around $150,000 for 2 tweets a week for a year. But I've also seen clients receive $1,500 a tweet. I don't do Twitter, so I don't know anything about that. How can you become a star? Authenticity and consistency are helpful when it comes to building up a social media following. When you post things people are interested in, gradually your fan base can grow. Good luck to you.